Hello and welcome to Cosmic Girl 101. This is a general tarot forecast for the sign of Virgo for the month of January 2024. Hope you're all doing well. So let's have a look what's coming forward for Virgo in the opening month of 2024. Happy New Year to all. This is the reset. Here we go. Okay, Virgo, we open the month of January in the first week with a major arcana card of the Emperor. This can represent a significant Aries in your life. You may be dealing with an Aries person that is assisting you or inspiring you, because Aries are always about championing the future or even our goals and aspirations. So you may be surrounded with someone that's quite inspiring. If it's not an Aries, Virgo, the Emperor represents self-autonomy and creating something for the future or a legacy left behind. The second week, Virgo, we have the energy of the King of Cups. So the Cups is our mental, emotional landscape. And this can represent a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces in your life. And if it's not a person here for you, Virgo, this is about emotional maturity, getting down to the nitty-gritty on what it is that makes you feel in flow and harmonious. Third week, Virgo, we have another king arriving on the proverbial page, and this is the King of Wands. The King of Wands can represent, again, an Aries in your life, Virgo, or the energy of a Leo or a Sagittarius, because the wands represent fire signs. If it's not a person, again, Virgo, the King of Wands represents self-marketing, self-belief in a vision, and selling other people on it as well to move forward to a common goal. This is a very autonomous energy, just like that Emperor, and there's a lot of strength here and determination and also maturation in this reading so far for you, Virgo. So with the maturity here, for me, it looks like you're opening up the month of January with a very level head. It's almost like a very, old head on young shoulders vibration is what I'm getting. So there's a level up here or a graduation from possibly something that you haven't been addressing for some time or looking at through a lens of maturity. And now the month of January is providing an opportunity for you, Virgo, to level up and get on top of your proverbial game. We close out the month of January with the Eight of Wands moving into February. And the Eight of Wands is optimism, drive, passion, enthusiasm, and it can also represent delays and obstacles now being removed and literally over. So there's something about the wind at your back now, Virgo. There's momentum here, closing out the month of January and moving into February. So let's get some confirmation here on what has been brought forward for you today. So opening up the year, wow, couldn't get more powerful than this, the Emperor. If not an Aries, the Emperor is representing a very mature energy here on understanding the responsibility of building solidity, stability for the future, even for future generations. So family or children could be on your mind here, Virgo, in the opening week of January, and assisting them or encouraging them to build something lasting, or even having a conversation with someone saying, I'm doing something that's for the future, and it's going to have grit, it's going to have a lot of staying power. So very determined energy opening up the month, and it is with the Two of Swords. So the swords represents our mental landscape. So you could be at a crossroads literally with an Aries, or at a crossroads about making a decision about the future, or what you're really setting your feet or setting firm about. Indecision, not looking at something, refusing to look at something, the proverbial head in the sand, because once you look at, take that blindfold off, Virgo, You're going to see the reality for what it is and need to make a decision. So you could be procrastinating here on a, possibly with a decision with a Leo, excuse me, an Aries, or just not very certain about the direction of a legacy that you're working towards, or a home environment, or even your own future here. So it's a very interesting combination opening up the month. So needing to give yourself some space and time to make a choice about a future that you have envisioned for yourself. The second week, that King of Cups, our emotional landscapes, the maturity needed to equal out our emotional worlds and understand what makes us feel really good here, is with the Five of Pentacles. So getting on top of self-worth and self-value here, needing to address that emotionally and materially you might be out of balance. So is there an emotional trigger, or possibly an addiction, or an emotional feeling that's holding you back from anchoring into feeling solid and sure about your own self-worth and self-value, even to do with your physical body or your work life, Virgo? So that's an interesting dynamic for the second week. And then the third week, that King of Wands, that optimistic marketing, pushing for the future energy here, is with the Nine of Swords. So making a decision on what you're committing to in the future is a message here in the third week of January for you, Virgo. What is it that you're procrastinating on? Because opening up the month, you've got that indecision, and then you're getting closer in the third week to making that final decision, but it's almost to the detriment of your optimism or enthusiasm. It's almost like I know it's going to deflate my feeling of strength or self-determination. So there is some conflict here, but it isn't anything you can't not work through, Virgo. It's just about looking at things that aren't working or aren't in line with you, and knowing that it's okay to let go and release. Because the final week of January, you have that beautiful free-flowing Eight of Wands. This is a lot of forward momentum, feeling like the wind's at your back, and really communicating, you know, what your heart's desire is here in the last week of January. So let's get the confirmation card, please, for Virgo. What are they moving out of January and into February with? Looks like there is there's an end to this, shall we say, mental anguish for you, Virgo. I must be transparent. It does look a little deep and quite controversial for you, but let's see what we're moving out of January and into February with. Thank you, Galactic Team. What does Virgo need to know? What is this Eight of Wands energy for Virgo? Thank you. And it is the major arcana card of Gemini. This can represent a significant Gemini, the lovers, and can represent a significant Gemini in your life at the end of the month. If it's not a person here, Virgo, we're talking about communicating about a significant relationship. So the delays and obstacles are over. This is where you are making that choice. So whatever it is you're in anguish about, or not really feeling quite you have that self-determination opening up the month, by the end of the month you're making the significant call. You're communicating what it is that you have made a decision about in regards to yourself, or a legacy that you're leaving behind, or a very important property matter. So things are now moving forward. The trauma, if you will, or the draining energy that Virgos are very known for putting themselves through, because of all the information, and they need to go away and, you know, insulate and think about what's the best strategy moving forward. The graduation point is at the end of January. So do what you need to do to make your journey lighter by not tearing yourself to shreds on making a decision, and just do what feels organic to you, Virgo, and allow things to move and flow forward as they are heading towards here in this reading anyway. So powerful start to 2024 indeed. Now let's get you an astrology card, Virgo. What is Virgo working with? And it is the energy of Leo. So that's your 12th house, Virgo. So clearing up things from the past, what is hidden, even possibly hidden enemies. What is it that you need to address so you can move forward confidently into a new future, which I do see you doing at the end of January. So Leo is all about our heart chakra, what makes us feel proud, our ego, and being the 12th house for you, Virgo, you might need to let your proverbial guard down in regards to being too cold-hearted or too vacant when it comes to a decision that's about family or something that's quite important to you with a relationship. You might need to understand something from the past is coming back to finally be dealt with and move on from. So a decision either way is something that you'll be dealing with in the month of January is what I see for you, Virgo. Won't be your first rodeo, won't be your last. You've got this, but just do not tear yourself to shreds in the process of making a choice, because the end of the month looks lovely, like the energy's opened up. Here you are announcing what it is that you're moving towards, and here's my decision moving forward for my future. Okay, Virgo, that's your reading for January of 2024. Happy New Year, and I'll see you in the month of February. Take care.